Do you know how much income you're going to receive from Social Security when you retire? We're going to look at that question here today. We had a question from one of our viewers. How much will I get from Social Security if I make $50,000 per year? So we're going to explore this question here today. We're going to use three different examples. If a person is 62 now, or if a person is 57, they have 5 years before they can make that election to take Social Security. And then we're going to look at the age of 52 if they want to plan ahead to what they could possibly be getting if they retire at the age of 62 or beyond. So I want to thank you for watching. My name is Richard with Wisdom Investor. We provide valuable information to help you accumulate a nest egg for retirement to build your financial wealth. So let's explore this question here today. Social Security. And again, we're going to talk about at the age of 62, 57, and 52. Give some examples on those three ages. Keep in mind, in general, Social Security benefits the low-income worker the greatest. Our example here today is 50,000, person making 25 or 30. They're going to get back about 60% of what they put in. Now, the more a person earns, then they're going to get back less. So we're going to talk about that. Now, the other factors to take a look at too in Social Security is when can you actually start taking it. You can start taking Social Security at the age of 62. However, if you do so, you're going to be getting 75% less than at your full retirement age. So a person retiring at 62 now, their full retirement age is going to be most likely 66 and a few months. Those who were born after 1960, their full retirement age is going to be 67. So this is the full retirement age. You elect to take it early, it's 75% less, and you have to stick with that number. Of course, there can be some cost of living increases over time, but if you choose it at 62, you got to live with that forever. At age 66, if you decide you want to continue working, you do not want to take your benefit, it's going to grow 8% per year up to the age of 70. And that's a pretty good return on your money. Where can you go and get 8%? Now, about the only reasons a person would want to retire at 62, maybe they've saved up enough money and they don't need their Social Security benefit to live on. They have plenty of money. Maybe a person is totally disabled, they cannot work any longer, then they may have to take their Social Security benefit earlier. But it makes sense for most folks to go ahead and try to work to the age 66 and get the full benefit. We'll go over the numbers on all these different levels for each one of these ages here in just a moment. And then, of course, if you can make it up to 70, you're going to earn a lot more money. The question that we have here, the wild card, is how long are you going to live? If you end up living 90 to 100 years old, think of inflation. Inflation is going to be continuing to grow. What you're paying for something today is not going to be what you pay for it in 30 years from now or 20 years from now. So working as long as you possibly can be to your benefit. So we're going to look at these calculations now. Okay, here's our first example here. Again, they're making $50,000 per year. Now, over the years, that's going to vary, but let's just assume they've earned close to this for many years, and they're age 62 now. What is their benefit going to be? So let's take a look here. If you took the benefit at 62, the benefit would be about $1,690 per month, or $20,289 per year. So you have to look at, well, what am I spending now? Am I spending more than $1,700 per month for my expenses? At age 66, this person at the age of 66, and they're making $50,000 per year, their income would be $2,254 per month, or $27,000 per year. If you waited until age 70, again, if each year after the age of 66 you're earning 8% more, that benefit would grow to $2,985 per month, or $35,821 per year. We're going to look at the next scenario where a person is 5 years away from retiring and they're age 57. Okay, here's the next scenario. They're age 57. They're earning about $50,000 per year, and we're going to see what this benefit here would be. If they took the benefit at age 62, and again, this is someone who's 5 years away from 62. They're just thinking about retiring. They're trying to figure out, well, how much money do I need to have put aside in addition to Social Security? Their benefit would be $1,774 per month, or $21,298 per year. If this person who's 57 now waits another 10 years, that's till 66, they would have $2,500 per month in income from Social Security, or about $30,000, $425 per year. If they waited till age 70, would be about 15 years, then this benefit would be about $3,143 per month, or $37,727 per year. We're going to next look at the situation if they're a little bit younger. Here's a scenario if a person is age 51 now. They're 51 now, they're looking ahead, they're making about $50,000, they think they'll continue making $50,000 or more. And again, these are some rough numbers because lots of information can change over the next 15 years or so. But if they're 51 now and they want to wait until they're 62, it's about 10 years, it's about $1,900 per month, or $22,954 per year. At age 66, this person that's 51 now would make about $2,500 per month and $30,626 per year. And if they waited until age 70, they would have $3,390 per month, or $40,689 per year. So this gives you a rough idea. And so the next thing you need to look at is, what are your expenses? Okay, we've looked at the numbers here. If you're going to retire at 62, 66, or 70. So we're going to look at some expenses and just get the big picture here of how to look at this. Here's an example here of a person, say they're going to retire at 66. They're 62 now. They're going to generate about $27,000 per year in Social Security benefits or income. And so what they're going to have to do is measure that against what their expenses are. Now, according to the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, the average person, say 55 and over, they're spending somewhere between $35,000 and $45,000 per year in expenses per year. Now, a lot of this is going to depend on where you live. If you live in a part of the country where expenses are lower, housing costs is less, for example, then this number may be lower for you. Maybe you have your house paid off. Getting your house paid off is the so-called American dream, and when you get close to retirement, you'll definitely see where that pays off. So if you can get your house paid off, it's going to help reduce this number here. But we're going to just use this as an example to see where we stand in our retirement picture. So if our expenses are $35,000 per year and we're making $27,000 from Social Security, we're not including any of your savings at this point, or maybe you're working a second job, etc. But that's going to leave a deficit of $8,000. So you're going to have to come up with an extra $8,000 per year to cover your cost or your expenses. And this doesn't necessarily include emergency expense. You're going to want to have some additional monies put aside for emergency expenses. But $8,000 per year comes out to about $667 per month in extra income you're going to need. So that's going to be important to start putting money away to cover any deficits unless you have your expenses down below the amount that you're receiving in Social Security. So it's real important to take a look at your picture. What are my expenses? What do I think I'm going to get for Social Security? What are my savings like? And then add in a little bit of extra for emergencies. Now, the other thing we're going to take a look at, we're just going to kind of review here what we talked about here and some strategies. We talked about this person that's 62 years old now, making about $50,000 per year. And you can see these numbers here on a monthly basis. If they said, I want to retire right now, I'm ready, I'm finished, I don't want to go any longer, then they're going to make about $1,690 per month, $20,289 per year. At age 66, it's $2,200. So you can see it grows. Now that's only that's between 62 and 66. That's what, roughly $500 per month difference. And that can definitely, over the long run, come in handy. Because what we have here is inflation. If you wait till age 70, you can see this is going to be about $700 per month more, approximately. But we talked about inflation. What we're paying for items right now, for rent, for food, for our cars, gasoline, in 20 years from now or so, inflation is going to be much, much higher, or the dollar amount that we spend on our expenses will be higher. Now, I know a lot of folks, they want to retire at 62. They're tired. They've gone to work just one too many days now. They're ready to call it quits. But there's a definite benefit in continuing to work from 62 to 66, which is considered the full retirement age. And then if you continue after 66, that's going to grow 8% per year. So there's definitely some advantages of continuing to work. About the only reason you'd really want to stop working at 62, maybe you're financially independent and you have saved up a lot of money, you've lived under your means, and so you really don't need the Social Security, and maybe it's going to be extra money to you, then fine. Go ahead and stop working and do the things that you want to do. That's what critical mass is all about, is being able to do what you want to do when you want to do it. But if it's going to be a tight fit, you don't have enough money to cover your expenses, then you really need to wait until 66 and then take that extra 4 years and really try to save as much money as possible so that you can have some additional retirement savings. And for those who that enjoy their work, they want to continue working longer, they're definitely going to benefit by working up to the age of 70. And there is other benefits also when you look at spousal benefits of working up to age 70. So I want to thank you for watching here today. Again, we're talking about this question here. How much Social Security would I get if I was earning $50,000 per year and I was going to retire? So thank you for watching, and you have a successful retirement years.